Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back another video today. And the Houston Rockets beat the Minnesota Timberwolves 117 to 111 in overtime in the NBA Cup. And with the win, the Houston Rockets clinch Group A and will be advancing to the knockout rounds, which start in the beginning of December. I'm very excited for the Rockets to get this win tonight. The Rockets came so close to advancing to the knockout round last year. Didn't have a shot to win their group last year, but they played a game, their final game last year in the in-season tournament. That's what it was called last year. Played Dallas. They were 2-1 in their 3 games, and it was a very close game against Dallas. They had a double-digit lead at one point, I think, and Dallas came back, and the Rockets were lost by, I think, like 3, maybe it was 5 points, and it was a really tough loss where Dallas came back and won. The Rockets finished 2-2 in the in-season tournament, and weren't able to advance the knockout rounds. But if they beat Dallas in that game, they would have. So for the Rockets, the next year, come back, have a 3-0 record, the best point differential in the group at 55 with 49 point differential against Portland and the Clippers, and then now 6-point win against the Timberwolves. You'd love to see it. Could have been even higher if the Rockets held their lead in this one, and I will take my hat off to for Minnesota for fighting so hard to win this game. I mean, they came back multiple times from Rockets' big leads and as big as 18, and still fought, sent this game to overtime. The Rockets fought on their own as well. They fought to come back after they blew a lead. So I thought both teams fought incredibly hard to win this basketball game tonight, but I thought the Rockets just fought harder. But yeah, great win, 117 to 111. I'm so excited to see what the Rockets can do in the knockout round. I think one of the most things I'm most excited for the Rockets advancing the knockout round is exposure to the league. Like, I know you probably look at this Rockets team at 13-6 as of right now. You look at them as the 3 seed in the Western Conference. You're probably thinking they're a good team. I think they're a good team. I've watched them every game this season. But I feel like there are a lot of people who haven't seen this team play because they have not been exposed in the national side of things. The Rockets only had, I think, 2 games nationally last year, which they lost both games against the Thunder and the Clippers. So, I'm really hoping that the knockout round, which will be national televised games, it will be a great chance for the Rockets to get themselves back. And even though they're 13-6 now, being on national television and showing everybody what they can do, I think is going to be a great thing for them. So I'm really excited, really excited. All right, 117-111 is the final score. Let's go over some stats. Alperen Sengun was absolutely fantastic, but he didn't do it all by himself. I'll go over Sengun first because he had a triple-double, his third of the year, 22 points, 11 assists, 10 rebounds. He was also really good defensively. One of his best defensive performances of the year, 3 steals, 3 blocks for LP. Fred VanVleet had 27 points. He was fantastic. He nearly was the second player to have a triple-double on the team tonight, 11 assists and 8 rebounds. Dillon Brooks was great, 22 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Min Thompson was absolutely amazing, 15 points and 8 rebounds, 6 for 9, 1 for 2 from 3, which if he can continue to improve his three-point shot, he's just a more and more dangerous player, in this league. We know he's working on that shot every day when he's not playing or when he's practicing. And the last guy I want to get into is Jabari Smith Jr. What a night from this kid. One of his best defensive performances of the season. 19 points for Jabari, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. But I think the most important part about Jabari's game tonight is the efficiency. 8 for 9 from the floor, 3 for 4 from the 3. You look at everybody else, everybody else on the team tonight. Dillon Brooks and Sengun only had 3 more points than Jabari. VanVleet only had 8 more points than Jabari. Meanwhile, you look at the shot attempts. Jabari had 9 shot attempts. Brooks had 14. Sengun had 23. And VanVleet had 25. If he was taking as much as shots as Dillon Brooks was, he would have probably been near 30. I don't even know how many points he would have scored if he was taking as many shots as LP or Fred VanVleet. Jabari was hot in this game, and he was the least he was the least amount of he was taking the least amount of shots out of everybody. He took the same amount of shots as Jalen Green, who shot 3 for 9 and only played 23 minutes. I thought Jabari probably should have been taking more shots in this game with how hot he was, and I hope they can carry that over to their game tomorrow against Philadelphia. But he had a great game tonight. One of his best games of the season, especially when they need him. Outside of that, there wasn't much. I mean, I don't want to get too much into Jalen Green. It's very disappointing. Not going to go to the illness excuse. This has been going on for weeks now. And honestly, I'm just going to give my opinion of what I think needs to happen. Jalen Green needs to get benched. And then he started Amin Thompson. Look, Amin Thompson right now is the best candidate. 15 and 8 tonight, hit a 3, shot 6 for 9, had the best defensive performance on the team at 4 steals and 3 blocks. But also the other thing is I got this feeling like if you put Jalen Green on the bench, I feel like that wakes him up. Sometimes, most of the time what I've seen is you put a good player who should be starting but is struggling so bad that they need to get sent to the bench. If you actually, go ahead and do that and make the move and pull the trigger and put them on the bench, a good part of the time you'll see them have success. I remember last year Klay Thompson got benched a couple times, and each time he got benched, he came back firing and was absolutely incredible off the bench last year whenever he would get benched. I remember D'Angelo Russell this year, he got benched. First game he got benched I remember it was against the Philadelphia 76ers, and he was absolutely killing it and playing better basketball he was as a starter. Now, ever since that game against Philadelphia, he's absolutely sucked off the bench, but it's like that first game or two after you get put on the bench, you want to prove them wrong. And we saw it with Klay Thompson last year. We saw it for one game for D'Angelo Russell this year, although he didn't really want to kind of follow that tone as he's continued to be crap off the bench after his first game off the bench, which was really good. But a good part of these times when you put a player off, on the bench who's really struggling and should be a starter, but the only reason they're coming off the bench is because of how bad they're playing, they come back firing. And I'd like to see that from Jalen Green. If you wake him up by benching him and you start a guy who's been, I think has played good enough to be a starter in Amin Thompson, that's what I want to see the Rockets do. We'll see what happens, though. Look, outside of the 5 starters and Amin Thompson, there was not a lot of scoring in this game. Jack Landale scored 3 points, split at the free throw line, made a field goal, shot 1 for 3, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal. Reed Sheppard shot 0 for 2, 0 for 1 from 3. He had a rebound and assist and a turnover. He played his former Kentucky teammate, Rob Dillingham. Dillingham was a lot better than him in this game. 12 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 for 5 from 3. Although I will say Dillingham did play 24 minutes, 9 minutes for Reed. I think both players are incredible players. When I did my winners and losers of the draft, I named the Rockets and Timberwolves both winners of how much I liked both of these players. I'm really excited to see what both these guys can turn into. I think Rob is a little bit more developed than Reed, and I think Rob's in a position right now way more than Reed where he's in a position to get some better minutes, especially with Mike Conley injured right now. Tari Eason did struggle tonight for the Rockets, 18 minutes. 3 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block. He was great defensively, just not good shooting. 0 for 5, 0 for 3 for Tari. So tonight, outside of that, that was it tonight. Jeff Green, Jayshawn Tate, Jack McVay, Aaron Holiday, DNPs. Great win for the Rockets, 117-111. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.